Welcome to Making Music. Well, this week we've got some very guests here. We have Jerrol Reavis and Myron Edwins from Evolution, the Journey Tribute Band.
There you go.
Okay, now last week we did Miles Shawn, Neil Shawn's son, and Obvious Connect Journey.
That's a big connection.
Now tell me about your connection with Journey. How did you guys, how far do you go back?
Wow. Well, you know, I was at Journey's first concert ever.
Really?
At Wonderland. And I was first introduced to Neil Santana. And I kind of followed him through that progression. And then I bought some tickets to see Santana, and there was a band called Journey. I didn't even know who they were. And I remember Bill Graham announced the band and said there's appearance ever at Wonderland. And when they came out on stage, I recognized Neil because he had the big afro.
Yeah, had the hair.
And so I said, that's Neil Shawn. And so I recognized him, and I knew we were in for a heck of a night.
The show.
And they think with Kahootek or something like that, and it was just fabulous. And I've been a Neil Shawn fanatic. It's a part of me. When I started playing guitar, I listened exclusively to Santana and Journey, and then I transitioned over to Journey completely. And that's pretty much how I taught myself. So I had lessons from Neil all my life, basically, from the CDs.
So you live it.
Oh, I live, eat, drink, sleep, Neil Shawn, Journey, yes.
So you are.
He's the man, he's my inspiration when it comes to my music.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, Myron, how did you get going on this?
Well, I came to Journey's music through radio, you know, and as a fan of like some of their songs, like "Who's Crying Now" and nature. And I've always said I loved their music. Matter of fact, my sister actually introduced me to their music through radio. So that's how I first heard of them. She was also a lover of their music. And very interesting thing, you know, some years ago, I actually ran into Journey while on tour with my brother's band in Japan, in Nagoya, Japan. And we sat there and talked to Ross, and Steve Perry was there, and Herbie Herbert was there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So always loved their music. They're wonderful in that band, and their music is just exceptional.
And so you fell in love too.
Yes.
Well,
especially the bass lines, of course, and the guitar, Neil and Ross and the guys. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then, so how long has Evolution been together?
Well, I put that there about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I kind of came full circle playing different types of music, and I was never really satisfied with the music I was playing. And I would always come back to my roots, which is Journey and Neil Shawn. So finally, the light on, and I said, why don't I do what I really want to do, and that's see if there's some folks out there, some musicians out there who want to be playing a band that's a tribute to Journey. And I got together some fantastic musicians out of the Bay Area, and it started. And it's been a tremendous ride ever since.
Well, now who else is in the band?
We've got Myron Edwins, bass player. John Sino is the incredible vocalist that we have. Don Stevenson,
yes,
drummer. Greg McCulley is a keyboard player. We're going through a couple changes right now. We were looking at Mike Mallon.
Mike Mallon, yes.
Another keyboard player.
Mm-hmm.
Have I left anybody out? That's everybody, right?
That's everybody, yes.
Yeah. So we're all from the Bay Area. Everybody's been, they've kind of taken their own path to get to where they are now.
Right.
Fortunately, we're all Journey lovers, and we take the music very seriously.
That's great.
I made a promise to Neil last time I had a chance. I promised him, actually I went to each member of the band, but I went to Neil first, and I told him that I would not take his music out on the stage to perform it unless we did it at the highest level of musicianship and professionalism, and that was my promise that I made to him. Then I went to Ross and Jonathan and right down the line, Steve Jerry, and we got their blessing on the band, and that's a promise we made. We take it very seriously.
Serious stuff.
And we're not a look-like band, as you can see, so that's not going to work. So we have to play the music correctly. And so far, the feedback that we're getting from the audience is that we're doing that because they're bonding with us. They're opening up emotionally. It's a heck of an experience. I don't know how Journey every night because the emotion that you get back, feedback from the audience is overwhelming.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
it's that loop
It really
It
is.
makes you feel good, it makes
It
them
really
feel
is.
good, and then we get that good circle
It
going.
is.
And
I mean, I'm getting
yeah.
goosebumps
It's
now
that
talking.
connection.
I know,
the absolute connection.
and you've heard the roar of the crowd, or been in the crowd, or been part of that circle. You just really, a lot of people out there
It's
know what it's
phenomenal.
like, and it's a great
It
feeling.
really is. They sing from the time we open to the time we finish. The audience is singing every song. Everybody knows all the lyrics. They're skeptical at first because if they haven't heard us.
Right.
But once they see that we're playing it true
Mm-hmm.
to the way it's supposed to be played, they give their hearts to us, and it's a connection. It's just a overwhelming experience every night.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it's-
Well, we've got some video I'd like to take a look at, and one of your recent performances too.
Actually, I think this was our first performance.
Really?
Well, we performed at a barbecue.
Yeah, the ranch. That's right.
Yeah,
Livermore.
in
That was
Livermore.
yeah.
That was kind of our coming out. But this was our first performance publicly where there was tickets and the first venue at the Little
Yeah.
Fox Theater, I think it was.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
So, that's...
Yeah, let's take a look at that video right now.
We don't talk about shooting nothing like that. We like to give a bit of a message, talk about love, talk about places that maybe some of us have never been, but right now, we'd like to take you all to a higher place.